You're welcome back from that short commercial break. You're still watching Business Today, and I'm Ronnah Nahabwe. Now, President Yoweri Museveni has urged the youth to effectively utilize their skills to fight poverty and create wealth. His message was delivered by the State House Comptroller, Ms. Jenny Wareche. The president also said that youth can create wealth by applying their skills in 4 sectors of the economy, such as commercial agriculture, industries, services, and ICT.
The president advised the youth in a message read for him by Ms. Wareche during a graduation ceremony of 235 students held at Ankole Zonal Industrial Hub at Kashari, South County in Mbarara District on Wednesday.
His Excellency has sent me to tell you that there is a difference between development and wealth. That government can do development for you. It has already put up roads, many roads in the country. It has put up hospitals, different schools, but there is what it cannot do for you. Put food on your table. That is to create wealth into your homes. And therefore he has asked me to tell you that stand out, utilize these developments for government and create wealth into your homes. That how can you create wealth? That you can do commercial agriculture, that you can do small-scale industries. That's how he came in to skill you people, because those are going to create workshops called small-scale industry. He also told me to tell you that you can still create wealth through hospitality and tourism. He also sent me to tell you that there is a sector called ICT that can also help you create wealth into your homes by getting job opportunities there.
Ms. Wareche commended President Museveni for transforming the lives of Ugandans through development programs such as Zonal Industrial Hub initiative. She further revealed that the State House will provide a modern shared user facility within the hub that the beneficiaries can utilize in order to make things that they can sell and use for their life. The Chiruhura District Woman Member of Parliament, Honorable Renduru, urged for an increase in the State House's budget to guarantee that the skilling effort serves all interested Ugandan youth nationwide.
Bagamba isya members of parliament niyo almost kwendera nayo.
As a powerful method of defending the testator's and his or her beneficiaries' interests, it is essential that a will be written as soon as possible when one is in good mental health and does not anticipate passing away. Additionally, there needs to be a desire to draft a will. In August 2020, government was asked to fund local think tanks as they help churn out research that reflects the views of the local people. It is through think tanks like this that we learn that by designating beneficiaries on retirement accounts and completing their transfer on death designations on other accounts, you can keep those assets from passing under the will. Planning your estate enables you to organize your affairs so that your loved ones can take over in the event of your death or incapacitation. A will is a vital component of a plan. Lists of your assets, liabilities, and information on all open accounts are also included. In order to avoid delays in carrying out your desires, make sure to list your beneficiaries on your retirement and investment accounts.
Mr. Kundane, manager for Ankole Zonal Industrial Hub, said that they admitted 241 students, of which 5 left out owing to health issues, leaving 236 students.
We admitted 241 students in this intake from 17 administrative units, namely Mbarara District, Mbarara City, Chiruhura District, Ibanda District, Ibanda Municipality, Buhwezi District, Rwampara District, Rubirizi District, Isinjo District, Ntungamo District, Ntungamo Municipality, Shema District, Shema Municipality, Mitoma District, Bushenyi District, and Bushenyi Municipality.
She thereafter congratulated them and urged them to upgrade to another level whilst applying the attained skills for more opportunities. Students from many locations have been graduating from these industrial hubs as President works to combat youth unemployment by skilling them so that they can create their own jobs rather than just look for them. Monica Nabyonga, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.
Away from that, in Uganda today, about 3 out of 10 persons have managed to prepare wills. This suggests that the majority number have not yet attempted to explore or undertake this option. Estate planning is more than simply writing a will. Accounting for all your assets and wishes will ensure a plan is executed smoothly even after your death. As a powerful method of defending the testator's and his or her beneficiaries' interests, it is essential that a will be written as soon as possible when one is in good mental health and does not anticipate passing away. Additionally, there needs to be a desire to draft a will.
Or if someone has has been declared mentally incapable of managing their wealth, that is when it usually comes into effect. So people have to be it's very hard for you to know what will go on upon your death or in event of you being declared unable to manage your estate. So it's important for you to put your affairs in order through estate management. There are so many ways in which you can do it, through a will, trust document, or creation of trust, or power of attorney. Unless if there are some issues, maybe if the person did not give a young child, like a minor child that is below 18 years, property in that will. Or maybe if they left their spouse out of it, like especially for the matrimonial home, and they didn't leave them a maintenance for their livelihood. But usually, wills are very unemotional. The law is very unemotional because you have so many societies in Uganda and you can't cover all their feelings. So it's usually very clear-cut.
In August 2020, government was asked to fund local think tanks as they help churn out research that reflect the views of the local people. It is through think tanks like this that we learn that by designating beneficiaries on retirement accounts and completing their transfer on death designations on other accounts, you can keep those assets from passing under the will.
The business community, the government, the policy makers to know where they should be investing and what they should be doing. So it is a kind of opener. When you see what we are doing, developed countries have a lot of think tanks. When you go to developed countries, you find there are thousands. But this Ambrosoli think tank is first of its kind in this country because we need to create that kind of critical thinkers. In fact, most of the think tanks, they work hand in hand with the governments, with parliaments, because most of these things here, we discuss things that affect people, that affect the development of our countries. You have heard we are talking about legal practices, we have talked about research, we have talked about developments, different issues. And at the end, if we discuss...
Planning your estate enables you to organize your affairs so that your loved ones can take over in the event of your death or incapacitation. A will is a vital component of a plan. Lists of your assets, liabilities, and information on all open accounts are also included. In order to avoid delays in carrying out your desires, make sure to list your beneficiaries on your retirement and investment accounts. Ronnah, Nahabwe, Smart 24 TV, Business Today. Let's now look at dispensable employment and contracts. The employment sector has long been associated with rarely binding contracts or none at all, as well as violations of the working conditions, particularly in the private sector. As government forges ways to value work, there are still gaps in how various stakeholders might meet their commitments under a very taxed Employment Act.
Although the Employment Act of 2006 sets standards of employment in Uganda, it barely illustrates ground for value of contracts of service, more so in the predominant private sector, characterized by informal establishments, and more is to be achieved as the Labour Ministry weighs in.
Presented the employment amendment bill. It was approved. I presented it, I think, a Thursday before Parliament, before we broke for holiday. The last session of Parliament is when I presented the bill, and therefore the bill is now before Parliament, the Employment Amendment Bill, which addresses all those issues. We are now even introducing breastfeeding in the place. We have addressed those core issues of labor-related rights in that. So if there are people out there who want to make any input, please, you can go before the Committee of Gender Labor and give your proposition. We have been given 2 weeks after New Year for the bill to be processed.
Uganda's GDP per capita barely surpasses 3 million shillings, A cross-section of workers in the formal and informal sectors are either feasting on barely binding contracts or none at all, limiting investment for future benefits and major shortfalls on the GDP.
It is very small, so and entrepreneurship is really difficult. There are rough waters, so people don't really want to first of all employ so many people, but they want to use people, but they don't want to pay them, or maybe they want to pay them but so little. So in case you don't have a contract with this person and maybe you just piss them off, or like you annoy them in some way or another, they'll just terminate you anyhow. You get? That means you have no job security. Anytime you can lose this job, and anytime your family can lack food, can lack education, and it is really not fair because workers really put in a lot. They really work hard. They wake up early in the morning, come and work, but then at the end of the day, they're just terminated. Sometimes they're not paid because, first of all, we don't know you. We don't have a contract with you. Next, who are you going to report to because you don't have a contract with me? So I think lacking a contract is insecure or creates insecurity among workers in a company.
Seeing an increasingly so is that with pension you don't contribute as beneficiaries. It's literally comes out of taxpayers' money, gratuity and all that stuff.
As global markets crumble, layoffs, budget cuts, among other factors have worsened the already shaky job market in the face of leaky employment laws and regulations.
The benefits of somebody getting a contract, it gives somebody confidence in order to work, and he knows the terms and the conditions to perform. If there is anything, failure, he can seek maybe legal advice, legal guidance, so that they might make a place solve the issues. Somebody without a contract, sometimes he knows that maybe where he's working is not much wanted. So his performance might be low, but if a contract is there, it's an act of motivation which can impel him or make him work harder, knowing that the terms and references are there on table. Otherwise, without working, without a contract.
For whistleblowers, so that if your employer is not remitting your money, you can call and say, MD, my employer is not remitting. Can you come? Is that something you would like or not?
Besides Uganda, Africa's labor force conditions rank top of the least favorable, a trend that is yet to be resolved as various economies crumble with growth and development. This report was compiled by Samuel Kirimunda for Business Today.
That will now lead us to the end of Business Today. As always, thank you for your company. My name is Ronnah Nahabwe with Winnie is the Nakawuki on the sign language. Did I remind you that if you missed this, there's a link on YouTube at Smart24 TV where you could stream and watch or keep up to date with the rest of the updates. And we're also available on the rest of the social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the like. Thank you and have a good night.